Last time I had a bit of a hiccup with the DJI NEO, but today I'm going to see what is the best way to use the DJI NEO on the water. I've been told by many people that I shouldn't be using it close to the water because the reflection of the water will confuse the drone. But I feel like if I have it higher up while using my phone, it could make a big difference. So that's what I'm going to be testing out today with the follow mode as well as the directional tracking. I hope it works this time because I'm by myself without my friend Arthur. So if anything happens, I might be losing a drone. Now let's do it. Directional tracking now. Seems okay. This time I wanted to spend solid time with the direction track mode, which should be a front-facing option on the DJI NEO. This function would be great for vlogging, but I wonder how well it worked on the water. But you can see it's extremely windy and with very choppy conditions, so I believe it's going to be even more challenging this time round than the last time. The test started off well and I was feeling confident it would work. What I noticed also, the NEO didn't like staying in the front. As soon as I turned, it wanted to follow me from behind rather than it was supposed to with the direction track mode. But within the first few minutes, the camera stopped recording and you can see it on the app here. I believe the drone maybe got too close to the surface of the water and it decided to stop recording. Again, I got extremely nervous when the drone started lowering itself to the water, but luckily it flew back up. I managed to reconnect my phone with the NEO and quickly instructed it to start following me again, and this is when I decided to go back to shore. As you can see here, the NEO became quite erratic due to the wind, and I also believe it's because of the reflection of the water. This was when I decided not to test it again, as it was an accident waiting to happen. Okay, so on land it's fine. As soon as I get on the water, it gets really confused. And today the current is extremely fast and it's very, very windy. So that's why I feel like, yeah, it's not working so well, but you can see it's here. And I'm sure you can hear the noise of the drone. Okay, to be honest, I'm not comfortable using the DJI NEO on the water anymore. Just based on that, I almost lost it. Again, I think it's because there's a limitation of the DJI NEO. It's a fun selfie drone. It's not for like these kind of terrains where there's water, you know, there's strong winds. It's more of a selfie drone. So for me, I'm very comfortable to use it while walking down a track, you know, on land, but I don't think I'll be using it on the water anymore unless I am controlling it on my phone. So since the directional tracking and the follow me won't work, I'm going to try the spotlight mode and I'm going to do a roll and see if it still captures me when I disappear, when I go upside down in the kayak and come back up. The spotlight mode on the NEO seems to work extremely well. It follows me even when I disappear for a few seconds when I'm rolling, and manages to capture me again when I resurface. I really like this mode as it gives me a different point of view of my rolls. I also feel extremely safe using this function as I know the NEO can only go up, down, or rotate horizontally. So as long as I set it up on land, I know it's going to be fine. So just looking at the spotlight footage just now, it feels like it follows me very, very well, even when I go upside down. So it seems to capture me again as soon as I go back up. So I really like the spotlight mode. Next time I'll make it higher so it actually looks like a drone and it doesn't look like a camera footage. That place where I was at earlier, it was just too windy. So I've come to another spot and it seems much calmer. Okay, so I've got this waterproof phone case and I'm going to be controlling my drone using this instead. So hopefully it should be better. And I'm going to use this to do a manual takeoff first. Now that I'm at a calmer area with lighter winds, the follow mode works very well. As you can see, I'm not seeing any issues whatsoever and the tracking felt very accurate, even after looking at the footage. I was worried I would experience similar issues from earlier, but this time it worked like a charm. The only thing I would say is that there's a limitation on how high you set the drone when using your phone. With the RC remote, you can adjust the height, but with the phone app, it's very limited in its functions, so I cannot select the height of the drone. So the footage you're seeing here is the high option of the follow mode. I threw in a Greenland roll here just to test to see how the follow mode tracked, but as you can see, I had no issues whatsoever. So this camera is not made for these type of conditions. It's a selfie drone, so please manage your expectations. And I'm only testing it so you won't have to, and you won't lose a drone. So for my sake as well, I really wanted to test the limits of the DJI NEO.